That's live up.
We live. We are live.
I didn't
Sorry,
see that.
guys, for
He said, she bit my head off. He said, I won't say nothing like that no more. He said, them Kentucky basketball fans, he said, they're serious about their basketball.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are. You
So
know
they
it. What, 2 or 3 weeks here? Who they play tomorrow? Firehouse, Kent State.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play Kent State. Yeah, Firehouse. Yeah, they'll beat them tomorrow. They'll move them all the way up to number 3, and then they'll think it's 1998 again. Then they're not.
It's a playoff. That's probably
Playoffs. Playoffs.
Remember that dude?
Yeah, Jim Moore. Playoffs. Nothing about playoffs.
Well, hey, I'm telling you, 12 teams, I'm on in there.
Hey,
I gotta, I'm gonna have to get a new Alabama magnet to sneak on your truck next time I'm home, friend.
yes. Let me tell y'all a story. So, Denard Thomas, Hey, you want my pick? It's my pick right here. Notre Dame, everybody. Notre Dame.
With all the arm pumping I'm about to be doing tonight, you started lining up 30 plus lawnmowers. I'll start every one of them.
The Wildcat Den. Both of us is here tonight. Ain't we,
Both
Rusty?
of us. Yeah, a
Both
little
of us
late.
is in.
We here.
A little late, but both of us is in the Wildcat Den this week. Thank you for joining us. We're going to finish up Kentucky's defense tonight, and that'll take care of the offensive defensive roster. And got a little random talk and everything. And but yeah, we're in the Wildcat Den tonight, folks.
Y'all got your water and everything's going good?
Buddy, we got our water. It's going good. Good pressure. Good everything.
Good pressure,
That's
no
normal.
dirt. No dirt clogged up,
No.
nothing.
No,
Oh.
everything's good, buddy. Everything is good. But Rusty, a lot going on this week. I know last weekend was the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And did you get to watch any of it? I didn't get to see the last race where Sovereignty where he won it. But
When they was doing that walk before the race, you know how they walk the horses around the track?
Yeah.
We all picked a horse. I don't even remember who I picked, but Hunter picked old Sovereignty.
What about that?
Picker.
I remember you messaged me.
I'm about to have to take him to Las Vegas or something because he's.
I remember I told you. I said, "Man, I'm gonna call you next Derby next year and see what Hunter picked." Can you remember what horse you picked, Rusty?
I don't remember which horse I picked,
but you know, Hunter picked the winner though.
Yeah, I know he picked the winner.
So congratulations to Sovereignty.
The old lady picked that horse, that Toby Keith's horse.
Toby Keith. Yeah.
I can't remember its name either. And then I can't remember the horse I picked. But anyways. Hunter.
Go ahead, Rusty.
Hunter, buddy, he's like that one right there. He's gonna win. Those Sovereignty. And it was a good race. He came from pretty far back. And it was a good mud run too. I like him mud runs.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got to see some of the some of the races before the Derby, but we was gone and I missed that one. I missed where Sovereignty won. But did you know, I also told this being the talk of the week. I've seen this all week. Every horse, Rusty, in the 2025 Kentucky Derby is a descendant of a Secretariat. And what about that?
Yeah, I heard, they was talking about that.
Yeah. Now, ain't that something?
Yeah.
Every one of them. Every one of them horses.
Old Sovereignty. He must have got around.
Oh, Secretariat.
Yeah.
Well, Rusty, I ran across something. Switch gears a little bit. Check this out in basketball. The top 5 transfer classes. Kentucky is number 1. Michigan number 2. Indiana 3. Louisville 4. And Baylor 5.
I guess I'm more surprised at Indiana 3 than I am Kentucky 1.
I was too. I was kind of, when I saw Indiana, I thought, whoa, well.
Louisville and Baylor, Michigan, they're usually all right, but
Louisville's getting some players.
But Indiana, I think, starting to try to work on their sports a little bit or something. I heard old Signetti in an interview today, and he was talking about it. That, I guess they're trying to turn things around there and stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to spend some money and get things going. He's fun to listen to, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is. And then also, that was very interesting right there, the top 5 transfer.
Yes.
Kentucky number 1. And then Perry goes to Ole Miss and Kentucky guy, and then we turn around and get Reese Potter from Miami of Ohio from Kentucky in basketball. That Kentucky basketball roster, it's
stacking up.
Yeah. I meant to try to look at it and see who we got. I forgot to. We might do that next week. See who we got.
I've been pretty full bore on football, so I ain't really been paying much attention to basketball lately, but I'm glad Perry didn't just go to some little school. I think Chris Beard can coach him up and I think he'll get some playing time there at Ole Miss because they lost a lot.
They did lose a lot. Ole Miss did lose a lot.
So I'm happy for him. I mean, I'd rather see him there playing in the SEC still than sitting on the bench. Which, I mean, I think a lot of his deal was confidence. I think once he got loose, I think he's going to be good.
Yeah. When you talk about football there, being in football mode, did you, now that the draft is over, did you see where Oxidine went to the CFL?
I can't hardly believe that.
I saw that this week.
Lord, he didn't get hurt or something toward the end of the year last year, did he? Trying to recover.
I don't think he did. I just think, I don't know, but
he was a good player. He was a good player. I just don't see.
Yeah. Well, we got some transfers too, Kentucky football.
Yeah.
We got on our new tight end.
Buddy, let me flip through here. I had that receiver first. That tight end, Elijah Brown. Some things says he's 6'5", 260. Some of them says he's 6'6", 250. I don't know. It's close enough. He's from Dayton, Ohio. Transferred from UCF, but I don't think he was there too long. Anyways, in 22, he was at Alabama. He had no action. He transferred to Florida Atlantic, not much action. 24, he was at Florida Atlantic, had 1 catch for 22 yards. See, that's what, like UCF, he wasn't there. He was kind of like, who was it we had went to Nebraska and then came right back? He entered the portal December 10th and 24, committed to UCF, and the December 17th. Then he went back in the portal in April 25, so he didn't really play for UCF. He's a 3-star transfer, 4-star prospect. But he's big. I think we're going to use him to block. I think he's going to be a blocker. He's big.
I was noticing a lot of our well, we'll get into that here just in a minute. We got some tall players on this team too. I noticed when you were going over all of the rosters, and then I kind of glanced at what you had sent me with some of these and these defensive backs. Well, we got a couple, and there was like 6'4". I think it was either the linebackers or I can't remember, but you'll get into that tonight. What was another? Didn't we get a receiver?
Yeah, we got a good. I think this receiver might wind up with some playing time. Ashton Kozart, 6'3", 195 pounds. I think he was to replace. Was it True? What was his last name? Anyways, True. And I did see that he lost his appeal. He couldn't get that extra year eligibility. Like Deco Pavier or whatever. And that ain't right. Because he got his extra year. Why is other people not getting it?
Yeah.
So you know what? I always kind of secretly pull for Vanderbilt a little bit against certain teams. But I hope they lose every SEC game this year. I mean, I'm still going to root for them when they play out of conference, but they got that guy. He's about 40-year-old in there, and nobody else can. I mean, if it's fair for them, it should be fair for Kentucky.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, they're going to have to start getting some rules on this stuff, ain't they, buddy?
What was I talking about? This receiver?
The receiver. Yeah.
Ashton Kozart, 6'3", 195, hometown, Flower Mound, Texas. Transferred from SMU. 23, he committed to Oregon. He was at Oregon. He was ranked 214th nationally. He redshirted at Oregon. And 24, at SMU, he played in 4 games. He had 1 catch for 24 yards. Now, coming out of high school, he had offers from Alabama, Auburn, Florida, and Oklahoma. He's a 3-star transfer and a 4-star prospect. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to find a lot of information on him guys, but I think he might get in a little bit, especially with his size, because I guess he's speedy. They say he's speedy and he catches with his hands.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's what. Yeah.
And he can, and they say he can get a contested catch too. Like,
well, hey, that's even
50-50 ball. Put your money on him.
There you go.
So,
that's what we need.
Yeah. So I think he might be a diamond in the rough right there.
Well,
then we got 2 offensive linemen.
I got Rob here from Ball State.
Oh, Rob Fogerly. He's pretty good size. He's tall, like you said, 6'7", 304 pounds.
Yeah.
From Cincinnati, Ohio. Transferred from Ball State. 23 and 24. He didn't have no action. 3-star transfer, 2-star prospect. That's about all I got on him. He's good size. It did say he probably wouldn't have a lot of meaningful playing time, so maybe he might be for next year.
Right.
Then we got another offensive tackle, 6'6", 330, from West Virginia, transferred from James Madison. Did you have him? Cameron Jones?
I did, but it didn't. I didn't. Yeah. I got him. He's got 3 years of eligibility, I think, don't he?
I think, yeah. He redshirted in 23. Well, he's only played in 1 game. And as far as a transfer or prospects, I couldn't find any stars on him. It was hard to find information on those guys for some reason.
I'm looking at this since you've been doing this. Like I got through saying just a few minutes ago, I've seen some tall. We've got some tall some tall linemen, and it looked like too. We also got some tall linebackers and pretty good size defensive backs too.
We do.
From what I've seen, from what you've sent me, and ever since you've been going over all this, pretty tall.
Well, and I think I got like our base defense and our offense, just probably like our most basic packages.
Okay,
Maybe.
it was
what I think it might be, but we'll get to that later, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. It was the linebackers. I saw a couple that was like 6'4", but you'll get into that here. And then, like you said, we've got some tall offensive linemen. Looks like we are trying to build that big blue wall back. Is what we're starting over and trying to get players here like the guy from James Madison there that you said. He's got 3 years eligibility left.
Yeah,
looks like they're trying to go back to what we was with that offensive line, the big blue wall, because it starts right there. I mean, if you ain't got a line, you're not going to be able to pass. You're not going to be able to run. You ain't going to hardly be able to do nothing if you don't have a line.
And we had to get a couple of guys that's a year or two away because we got a lot of seniors. People out of eligibility. We're going to have to. We need some people coming back instead of relying on this transfer. Because I forget how many we said in one of our shows, like on our offensive line, I forget how many transfers we got, but they was like a lot of them was going to be starters.
Yeah.
One or two's fine, but we need some that's been there a year or two.
Right. So speaking of that, Rusty, brother, we're going to finish this up tonight, guys. Rusty's going to finish the linebackers and the defensive backs.
And I'm just going to do the starter and the backup. I ain't going to try to bore everybody to sleep like I did last week.
But
anyway,
buddy, you did good. But hey, listen, Rusty, you did good. But yeah, guys, we're gonna finish this up tonight on this, and this take care. And Rusty did go back and look at some of the past shows here. I mean, he started with running backs. He did running backs, tight ends, quarterbacks, offensive linemen, defensive linemen. I mean, he did a great job, and kind of give us what we're looking at here, or what to expect. Or trying to get to know the team a little better going into August and September. And
I went over 69 players, so I got a roster
players
right here.
Rusty went over 69 Kentucky football players.
If people start getting hurt and we start trying to wonder something about somebody coming in, we'll be able to look back.
Yeah.
Got any questions about anybody? I probably got them in that book.
Rusty, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you start with whatever you want to finish linebackers or defense, but I'm going to give it over to you, buddy.
Okay, I'm going to start with outside linebackers.
All righty.
Our starting outside linebacker, number 2, Sam Green, 6'2", 248 pounds. And he's just a sophomore. So that, we'll have him.
Sam Green.
Yep. Hometown, Washington, D.C., transferred from USC. 23, redshirted, played in 3 games. He had 1 tackle. 24, USC, played in 11 games. He had 3 starts, 15 tackles, 3 for a loss, 1 sack, and 2 quarterback hurries. So his career, 14 games, 3 starts. He had 16 tackles, 3 for a loss, and 1 sack. He's a 3-star transfer and a 3-star prospect. Another one from the West Coast. Ooh, that kind of worries me. West Coast and defenses. I don't know. That's like oil and water. Anyways, his backup, he's an edge rusher. Outside linebacker. He must be known for his rushing. Number 11, Cam Olds, 6'4", 252. He's a senior. Look at that mug. I wouldn't want him bearing down on me. 22.
No.
Buffalo. He played in 11 games as a true freshman, 6 tackles, 1 for a loss, and a forced fumble. 23. Buffalo played in 10 games. He had 3 tackles. 24. Kent State played in 12 games. He had 42 tackles, 7 for a loss, 6 sacks, 2 quarterback hurries, 1 interception. He was a 4-star transfer and a 3-star prospect. So he's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
He might be right. Might be his time. Okay. Now, on these cornerbacks, Brent, I know it. If you see an F in front of them or a B, I know it has to do with the skinny side of the field or the big side of the field, but I don't know which is which. I don't know if it's the F or the B. Anyways, do you know? You know that's what it means, but I don't know which is which.
Right.
Okay, cornerback. This is one. He's a F. Starter. Number 5, DJ Waller. 6'3", 200 pounds. He's a junior. Guess where he's from, Brent?
Waller. DJ
I'll
Waller.
give you a hint. We got a lot of coaches from this town. I bet you can't guess.
Youngstown.
Youngstown, Ohio. Yes, sir.
Youngstown.
Yeah. Our whole coaching staff's from there. Anyway, 23. Michigan. He played in 11 games. In the secondary and on special teams. And he was on that Michigan team that won the national championship. So I mean, that's good to have somebody on a team that's been through that.
It is.
In case we ever do break through, they can help calm people's nerves or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, then that was in 23. But last year for Kentucky, he played in 7 games, 4 starts. Then he was injured and couldn't play the last 4 games.
Yeah.
He had 13 tackles, 2 pass breakups. He's a 4-star prospect. I'm sorry, 3-star prospect, 3-star transfer.
Yeah, I think that was the older picture there of him. I think,
that's part in that big national championship game.
Yeah, that's the older picture of him there.
Then his backup, he's a F corner, of course. If anybody on here knows the difference between the F and B, which side of the field or whatever it is, put it in the comments. We don't know everything. Anyways, his backup, defensive back, F corner. Number 19, Kevis Johnson, 6 foot, 181 pound junior. Hometown, Perry, Florida. He transferred from Maryland. 23, played in 6 games, had 2 tackles. 24, still at Maryland, played in 8 games, started 6. Had 6 tackles, 2 pass breakups. He was a 3-star transfer and a 3-star prospect. Now we're on our B cornerbacks. Whatever side of the field, whatever I was on, I don't know why it labeled it this way. But our starter is number 6. They call him JQ. Jonquist Hardaway. 6'3", 191 pounds. He's a senior. He's from Columbus, Georgia. Transferred from Cincinnati in 2023. So at the Bearcats, 22, he played in 11 games. He earned preseason true freshman All-American team honors. 23 at Kentucky, he played in all 13 games, had 1 start, 28 tackles. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
He was not. He was the number 9th player. Number 9th best portal pickup in 23. And we got him in 23. So 24, he started all 12 games, 47 tackles. He was the 5th on the team on tackles. 4 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble. All SEC honorable mention. He was a 4-star transfer when he transferred, and he was also a 4-star prospect. Here's his backup. We got a sophomore, B corner. I guess this guy can play safety also if he needs to. Number 20, Tyron Nichols, 5'11", 195 pounds. Hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio. And 24, he played in 8 games, had 10 tackles, 5 pass breakups. That was the team high in pass breakups. So, hey, he might be short, but that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I mean, he's one of the shortest 5'11", but
5'11" that we got.
he was a 4-star prospect. Now we're on our nickelback. This guy, I don't know why I had him. He's listed as a cornerback, but this is our nickelback.
Nickelback.
Number 12, Quayshed Scott. 6 foot, 192 pounds, sophomore. He's from Marion, South Carolina. Oh, look there. He played in 11 games, had 6 tackles. He was a 3-star prospect. Coming out of high school, he was the 5th best player coming out of the state of South Carolina. 29th best coming out of the 29th best cornerback coming out in the nation. That's when he's coming out of high school. His backup, nickelback. This guy, they had him listed as a safety. Number 10, Johnson, Jantzen Dunn. 6 foot, 185 pounds, senior. Do you know how to say his name, Brent?
No, I saw that earlier. I just said done. There's done.
Well, imagine if we ever get one of these guys on here and we can't say their name.
We just use their last name.
I'll just be like, hey, little buddy.
Yeah. Hey, done.
Yeah. All right. Hometown, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Transferred from the almighty Ohio State.
Ohio State.
21, Ohio State. Played in 2 games. He redshirted. 22, Ohio State. Played in 4 games on special teams. 23, at Kentucky. Played in 13 games. Had 9 tackles. 24, he played in 7 games. Had 8 tackles. Missed the last 5 games due to injury. 3-star transfer, 4-star prospect. Now we had our free safety. You know who this guy is.
Jordan Lovett.
Yes. Number 25, Jordan Lovett. 6'2", 205 pounds, senior. Hometown, Rockcliffe, Kentucky. 21, he was a mid-year enrollee. Played 1 game, had 1 tackle. 22, played 13 games, started 11. Second on a team with 62 tackles. Had 3 pass breakups and a team high with 2 interceptions. 23, played in 11 games, started 10. 30 tackles, 3 interceptions, a fumble recovery. This dude's pretty productive. 24, started all 12 games. Second on a team for tackles. Had 63 tackles, 2 interceptions. He was a 3-star prospect. He's giving us some good production for a 3-star.
He is.
Real good. His backup, free safety. Number 18, Cam Dooley. 6'2", 203 pounds. I like the size of these guys. Some of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, Rusty. I like that. Yeah.
The 5'11" guys are shortest guy, and he
had good numbers.
Yeah, he had real good numbers. He's okay. Cam Dooley, 6'2", 203 pounds, sophomore, hometown, Valley, Alabama. 24, he played in all 12 games, had 4 tackles. He's a 4-star prospect. That was our free safeties. Now we're on our strong safeties. Number 14, Ty Bryant. 6 foot, 197 pound junior. Hometown, Lexington, Kentucky.
Well, we got a lot of Kentucky guys on this team. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I know that. And
yeah,
we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Ty Bryant, 6 foot, 197 pound junior. Hometown, Lexington, Kentucky. I think I already said that. 23. He played in all 13 games. He's a three starts. He had 3 starts. 40 tackles, a pass breakup. He had his dean list in the fall, 23. SEC first-year academic honor roll. We got some smart guys on this team, too, because we've had a lot of them on dean's list and academic honor roll.
Yeah.
Well, 24, played in all 12 games, 10 starts, 41 tackles. That was 6 on the team. 2 tackles for a loss, 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles. Dean's list, spring of 24. 3-star prospect. His backup, strong safety. Number 4, Martell's Carter Jr. 6 foot, 194 pounds, freshman. Hometown, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Played high school ball in Paducah, Kentucky for the Tillmans. Top-ranked recruit in the state of Kentucky. 6th best safety in the country. Played wide receiver and defensive back in high school. 4-star prospect. This guy.
That's good. That's good.
They might be holding him in the.
I like it. I like these numbers that you give here, Rusty.
Well, that's our main players. I want to mention this guy right here. He's an edge rusher. And the main reason I'm mentioning him is he played at Corbin. He's from Somerset. Number 16, Jacob Smith. 6'4", 240 pounds, redshirt freshman. And 24, he played in 4 games, 1 tackle. Made the dean's list. There's another one. Spring of 24. He's a 4-star prospect. He was the state's number 2 prospect, top 20 edge rusher in the country coming out of high school. Maybe that was the state. I don't know, but I thought I had another one that played at Corbin, but I looked back and I couldn't find him before we started the show. But that's all the players I'm going to mention. We had a lot of defensive backs, and but I just went through the starter and their backups. Now, you want me to tell you who I think is going to be starting on offense and defense? At what positions?
Yes. Let's
we'll start with the offense. I'll give you who I think is going to start at the position and who I think their backup's going to be. Let me know when you're ready.
We doing offense?
Offense.
Start. Okay. I'm ready.
Well, we ain't had one comment. Okay. This is going to be our X receiver. Fred Ferrier. I think he's our starter. His backup, I think, is David Washington Jr. Our Z receiver, Kendrick Law.
Yeah, from Alabama.
Alabama. And I think his backup's Troy Stello. Our wide receiver, Jamori Macklin.
Oh, yeah.
And I think his backup's J.J. Hester.
J.J. Hester. I think he come from Oklahoma. I think we went over.
Yeah, and he's pretty good size, I think.
Pretty good size. Yeah.
Our left tackle, Shiza Pete. His backup, Hayes Johnson.
Hayes Johnson.
Our left guard, Joshua Braun. And I don't know who his backup might be. I think that's going to be, they still might be working on that. And at center, Jagger Burton.
Jagger Burton.
And his backup, Evan Wimberly. Right guard, Jalen Farmer. Backup, Salim. I don't know. Abaselm. How you say that? Well, ABA is his first name. SELM is his second name. We'll know him when we see him.
We'll know him when. Just look for his number.
Yeah.
Find out what number he is.
Well, I got it in my other papers, but I should have wrote it on here, but I didn't. Our right tackle, Alex Wollershay. I don't know. I can't say it, kind of like Worcestershire sauce.
That's what I was thinking before you said that.
But it's with a W-O-L.
Yeah.
Anyways, his backup, Malachi Wood. Tight end. Who you think our starting tight end is?
If it was me, I'd go with Caddis.
That's who I got. Caddis. Backup, Willie
and
Rodriguez.
I'd put Willie yeah. Really?
Well,
Willie Rodriguez.
I think those other ones just going to be blocking schemes. I think if we're going to throw it, it's going to be Caddis or Rodriguez. Yeah. I think the big guy from, where'd he come from? Nebraska?
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. And then that big one we just got, I just went over it. But I think them
players remember.
I think them two's they're big. I think they're going to play, but I think they're going to be mainly blockers. Okay. Quarterback. Mr. Broke Shoulder himself, Zach Calzada. Now remember, folks, it was one injury, 2 surgeries, not 2. And we think it was his non-throwing shoulder.
Non-throwing.
I think, and Cutter's going to be his backup.
You got to put Cutter in there.
Now, I think Cutter might be able to outdo him, but Zach's got some experience because this is about his 7th year. I mean, I guess you go with him, and as long as he's making the good decisions. If he starts messing up, I pull and put Cutter in.
You got. I figure you got to start with him, and then put Cutter, and then if Cutter, I'd say go with Bo Allen after that.
Yeah, I would
Cutter,
too.
I'd go with Bo Allen.
And if we've went through that many quarterbacks, our season's over.
Yeah, if we've already went through 3. Yeah.
I mean, now if one gets hurt, that's different. But if you're pulling
now they said Saunders
performing,
you went over it.
Yeah,
Saunders, that top recruit. Yeah, he was the top recruit out of Pennsylvania. So got him. So
and he can run a little bit too. So he might actually get in some packages with that. Especially the way it looks like our offensive line and our tight ends and everything setting up. Even some of these wide receivers we got's pretty big. They could be blockers too.
Yeah.
Anyways, our running backs. Who you think our starting running backs going to be?
I say, was it Dante from Nebraska?
Yep, I got him as starter.
And his backup, I would have to say it would have to be between Wilcox or Patterson. I'd say just rotate those 2.
Yeah, I got Patterson, but
I do like
right.
Wilcox. I mean, I think. And
didn't we get another?
I think it was Patterson. I had read Rusty where they said he could actually during spring. I think it was Patterson said he could actually be an all down back, just not in situation, just play all the time, and that's good too.
He was playing good. He just got hurt.
He got hurt there. Yeah,
but I thought we got another big back from somewhere, but I don't remember where it was. But he's good side. I'd have to look back, but I ain't gonna do that right now. I mean, I got it in here. That's Seth McGlowan. I don't know where he transferred from. He played at, New Mexico State. He's 6'1", 220.
Hey, let me ask you something.
6'1", 220. He's a senior. Seth McLaughlin. That's pretty good size.
Yeah, I let me ask you something. I have to look it up because I forgot. What happened to Christian Story, our defensive back that played the last couple of years at Kentucky? Did he just have 2 years left? Is he gone?
That name don't ring a bell.
But
so,
you know who I'm talking about. I mean, do you remember him?
I don't know if he transferred. I don't know if he was out of eligibility or what.
When he came there, I didn't know. I don't know if he had 2 years,
Defensive
3 years
back.
eligibility. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, he done good. I didn't mean to get you off.
Here's our defensive backs. This how many we got? Martellus Carter Jr., DJ Waller, JQ, Juntas Dunn, Shed Scott, Dylan Williams, Ty Bryant, Cam Dooley, Kevis Thomas, Tyron Nichols, Nassar Addison. That must have been that name I spelled. I must not put all the words to it, all the letters. Jordan Lovett, DeMarcus Gardner, Jackson Schultz, Andrew Weber, Jaden Smith, Devon Gusta. That's a lot. But I think that defense we play, we got to have a lot in case they start getting hurt. Because here, I'm going to go over our defense. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Because, we run that. We got 3 down, 3 and...
Wait, hey, Rusty, before you... I'm sorry, it had him. I looked it up. It said 2024 senior. So he played 2 years at Kentucky. I'm sorry. That just had me curious there. I thought, we didn't have him on the list. He must have graduated. But go ahead, Rusty. I'm sorry.
Defensive end, Marquise Humphrey. That's going to be your starter. Backup, Jared Smith, the second. Nose tackle, David Gusta. Backup, Joshua Hayes. Defensive tackle, Corlela Sanders, or Saunders, ever how he wants to pronounce it.
Rusty, I'd have, I think Joshua Hayes got hurt there last year because he was supposed to be on that line.
Well, he's the backup. I'm sure they'll rotate. He'll get quite a bit of playing time. I think this other guy, I'd have to look him back up, but I think he's pretty big.
Okay, go ahead, bud.
Where was we? Defensive tackle?
Defensive tackle.
Corlela Sanders, starter. Jaden Williams Jr. is the backup.
Uh-huh.
Outside linebacker, Sam Green, starter. Cam Oles, backup. Weak side linebacker, Daverin Reiner, starter. Backup, Grant Godfrey. Middle linebacker, Alex Afari, starter. Backup, Landon Watson. Well, here we are with these F and B's again. We got the F cornerback, DJ Waller Jr. is a starter. Backup, Kevis Thomas. Strong safety, Ty Bryant Jr. Backup, Martellus Carter Jr. Our B cornerback. We got John Quiz Hardaway and Tyron Nichols. Our nickelback, Quay Shed Scott. Or Scott Quay. And then Jensen Dunn. Mr. Dunn.
Mr. Dunn.
And free safety, Jordan Lovett and Cam Dooley's his backup.
Cam Dooley.
That sound about right for how our defense sets up?
That's about right. I'd say that's probably, unless something changed between now and August. But that's just like you said. That's just
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, what's up, buddy? My friend.
I ain't seen no Hunter on here because my Hunter started texting on here last week. Was it last week?
Yeah, you
And
thought
it was Hunter. I
you
thought
it was you thought it was Hunter Markham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, you got the same. That cat looks just like mine." Hunter was talking about mowing grass and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Scott Shoup was on here last week, and when I was going over them inside linebackers, I noticed I think as 4 of the 6 was out of the state of Georgia. So he asked me, he said, how many was out of Kentucky? And I thought, well, I remembered a couple, but I didn't know. So
about 4, I'd say.
Well, I went over
5.
I went over about 69 players, I think I counted. Probably give or take a couple. I got papers everywhere. So I'm going to say 69 players I went over. I'm going to give you the top 5 states they's out of and how many was in them. I guess who the top state, like who we had most players out of that state. Who you think it is?
Well, Georgia or Ohio have to be.
Well, they're in the top 5. But number 1 is Kentucky. We got 13 players out of the state of Kentucky. That was his question he asked. Well, he was just and number 2 was Georgia. We got 11 players out of Georgia. Number 3 was Ohio. We got 8 players out of the state of Ohio. That's just what I went through, 69. That's
just what yeah.
Number 4 was Florida. We had 5 players out of the state of Florida. And number 5 was Alabama. 5 players out of Alabama. Then after that, it's just onesie twosies.
Right. Well, Rusty, I think this is going to be an interesting football season to see what they do. I mean, this team has really been. Man, I tell you, there's so many new faces, ain't there, buddy?
Yes.
I mean, look at that offensive line. Just overall, it's just new players across the board. You know.
Yes.
And, I just wonder how many of the schools that when they transfer, how many schools do we have that they transfer from? Just all over the place, all over the United States. It looks like, didn't it?
Well, now I counted them. Like if a player had been at 3 schools, I counted all 3 schools because I figure all 3 schools he got some kind of trait from each one. Right. You know, that's like an ingredient. And out of the 69 players I went through, we had 25 different schools on offense, and I took 3 away because True left. So we had 25 on offense and 14 on defense, 39 overall. I hope I did that math right, or Miss Calloway will be disappointed in me. Hey, if I didn't, it wasn't because you wasn't teaching well. It's because I wasn't paying attention.
But though, Rusty, this just may work because we can't really judge until they get to playing. What they done over here until they get to Kentucky, and you put all of these players together from all these other schools. And then what do? You make the Kentucky Wildcats. They are Kentucky Wildcats, ain't they? But they're from all over, ain't they?
All over. I mean, and like I say, one might be at Illinois. He might not learn nothing else there, but he might learn how, his nutritionist might have taught him how to eat and stuff. Another one might have been in Missouri. He might not took nothing on the field out there, but his conditioning coach might have taught him how to stay in shape.
Right.
You know, maybe it was the same player at both, but he brought something from both of those schools.
Right.
And, you know, maybe one of them, how they come out of their stance, you know, and because a lot of times, and these guys, most of them's juniors and seniors, their ways are done set. It's all Stoops them's doing is just teaching them their system, basically.
Right.
At least that's my opinion. My opinion. They're not like developing them. They're already developed by these other schools, my opinion.
Yeah, they're just
learning the system and learning how to play together.
Oh, by the way, before we move on, congratulations to Colin Chandler, got married yesterday.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. Congratulations. He got married. Let's see, yesterday Chandler did. But Rusty, it's almost like an experiment, ain't it? It's kind of like he's experimenting with getting these players in here, and it's just might work. Might work. And what's that behind you? I've been looking behind you there.
Well, I was going to use that for an example. Now we're talking about all these different schools and stuff. We could pretend a little bit like each of these schools is an ingredient, like for a marinade. You want to mix us up a marinade, buddy?
Listen, since Stoops is, he's experimenting here. Let's do this, buddy.
Let's do it.
Let's make a Kentucky.
What's our base marinade going to be here? Who's going to be?
Let me see here. Give me a minute. Let me guess here. Okay, Rusty.
All right.
This is what we're going to do. So you're going to marinate this and make Kentucky, right?
We're going to make a marinade. We're going to make Kentucky out of all these ingredients.
Okay.
Got a lot of ingredients. You
got any spice called James Madison University?
No.
What about any spice?
We'll use that as our base.
There you go. Yeah.
James Madison right there.
Because Indiana brought a lot of James Madison players to Indiana, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that'd be a good base right there to start with.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have for Incarnate Word?
Oh, Incarnate Word. Let me get back here. Oh, we get some of this for some Incarnate Word. Put some of that in there.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
I'm looking down the line here, Rusty. All these teams all these players that has transferred from other schools here. Let's do this one.
Oh, NIU.
NIU.
Yeah, just one.
Got some good players now. They upset Notre Dame last year. Got some good players this season and might work right here.
They upset Notre Dame. Yeah.
All right, Rusty. Let me move on here. Hey, gotta have a little spice, a little Western spice. Gotta have a little Wyoming Cowboys. Put some beans spice or something in there, chili powder.
Oh, some spice.
put some Wyoming Cowboys spice in there, Rusty. Mix it up there. We'll make a Kentucky team, Al. We'll make a Kentucky team here. What you got there?
Grippo's is pretty spicy.
Grippo's is yeah.
Some Grippo.
Well, let's see. Let's put some Butler Community College. We got some players from Butler. Put some spice on that there, Rusty, in that bowl.
Put some farm does.
There you go. That'll be Butler Community College.
Butler.
I think we need just a couple more here, Rusty, and this should complete the mixture. Just a couple more, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
University of Buffalo. I'm gonna let you do this one because I can't think of any more spices. You might know.
Well, we gotta have garlic, pepper.
Okay, you go with it, buddy.
There we go.
You go with it. There you go.
All right.
Rusty, I think this ingredient need one more to make this Kentucky team. One more. Right. Let's go. Kent State. Kent State.
Well, since they blew, that's going to be our kosher salt.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna pull you back up here and let you mix this up here,
okay.
Rusty.
Okay.
Let me pull you back up so everybody can see what's going on. Okay, there you go, bud.
Okay. I'm gonna put a little Tarleton State in there.
Okay.
A little Illinois.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put a little.
I got one more too. Kilgore College. I'm sorry, Kilgore College.
Here we go. Kilgore College.
Put some Kilgore.
All right. Everybody gets the point. We're mixing up our marinade.
Okay. Here we go.
I think that's pretty good. Now we're gonna get our Kentucky Wildcat. Now I know he looks like a LSU Tiger, and they did win the transfer portal thing, but that's beside the point. We're pretending this is our Kentucky Wildcat.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take these spices. We're gonna take these spices. We're gonna inject him. You start down low and work your way up. You see him swelling up, find you another spot. Work it up. You don't, and you gotta use the big needle with all them spices, because if you use one too little, next thing you know, you're gonna be pushing like a mug on it. And it's gonna pour it out and splatter on your wall. So you gotta make sure you got the big needle this many spices. Otherwise it ain't gonna work. We're gonna inject him up good. You gotta pull up as you go. And when you see it swelling, you're good. Okay. Give him a couple more times here. All right. We got our Kentucky Wildcat. We got him all marinating. Now we're gonna let him marinate. He's already been marinating a little bit through spring practices. He's gonna marinate through summer camp,
fall camp. Yeah.
Well, come fall when Toledo comes to Lexington.
Yes.
Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, I'll be right back. I forgot something.
We'll let the Wildcat marinate until, like Rusty said, until Toledo comes to town.
Ooh, I forgot something. Okay, what we gonna do when Toledo gets there? We're gonna pat him. We're gonna try to pat this old Wildcat. We're gonna try to pat him dry.
You go.
Then we're gonna take his Mark Stoops and his coaching staff. We're gonna use it as a binder. We're gonna rub him up. Don't take a whole lot. Rub him up.
Don't take a whole lot.
And this hasn't been opened yet, so it don't have to be in the refrigerator yet. Brent knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Hey. And to add to our binder a little bit.
What you got there? We got
that, 80 grand. We're going to can't have Mark Stoops without 80 grand. So
there you go.
I don't use a whole lot of 80 grand, just a little bit of 80 grand. Put on there. We're going to rub that in just a little bit. You don't want a whole lot of him, just a little bit. Then here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this. This is Big Blue Nation right here. We got our binder on there. We got Big Blue Nation rub right here. We're gonna put it all over. Kind of pat it in a little bit if you want to.
There you go. There you go.
We're gonna put it all over. Good heavy dose. Can't put enough. Big Blue Nation.
Big Blue Nation, boys.
That's our fans.
That's our fans. Big Blue Nation.
Packed.
That's right.
You want to make sure you get every square. You want to get the sides. You want to get him good.
Yeah.
And while we're doing this, that's the smoker's preheating to 250 degrees. Well, when Toledo gets here, we're going to put him on there. He's all ready now. We're going to put him on there and smoke him like a brisket. How you think he's going to turn out?
I think he's going to turn out good. I think his team's going to turn out good with all the ingredients, all the ingredients you got there, marinating, setting up until Toledo, brand new season. A lot of this team's new. Hey, we're going to do this, Rusty. We're going to do this. We're gonna get back to the bowl game. We're gonna get back to winning.
I kind of like it. I mean,
I do too. I kind of like it. The more it's kind of grown on me.
It's growing on me.
Yeah, it's growing on me.
Especially the defense, I'm still a little skeptical about.
Yeah.
We done got him on the grill now, so
we already got him, and it turned out to a Kentucky Wildcat.
Yeah.
All that seasoning, all them teams that these players come from, Rusty put the seasoning on them, let it marinate until Toledo comes to town, and we got Kentucky.
If True would have stayed, we'd have had 28 players on offense. I mean, that'd been that many different schools. And like I say, I'd say you remember stuff back when you played ball at Harlan. And if you went and played somewhere else, they wouldn't change some of the things you learned from when you was there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, these guys, they're already developed. All they got to do is teach them the scheme. And I think we're going to go back to Mark Stoops' ball. We're going to play keep away and bend but don't break defense.
Big blue wall. Big blue wall. It starts with the big blue wall.
I think that F and that B on them cornerbacks means a lot because I think one of them is going to have to be able to cover more ground than the other.
Yeah.
I think it's the skinny side of the field and the big side of the field, I think. I'm not for sure about that, but that's
so. That was a good job, bud. That was a good job with all the Kentucky team, and I love the ending there with all the transfer teams and everything, or all the teams transfers coming in from the other schools, marinating. It's awesome. Fun. I love it. It's fun. So that brings us with this. So that now, guys, me and Rusty going to talk to you just for a minute before we get off here. We're going to do this Wildcat Den tournament. We're going to try to do it, but we need you to participate in it. You've got to try to help us. You don't have to, but if you want to, if you think it's fun, hey, we're going to think about your team. 11 offensive players, 11 defensive players from college football's roster this year. Is that right, Rusty? Is that what we said?
Yeah. This year.
Let's say me and Rusty go pick a team. Let's say you'll pick a quarterback. I'm gonna go with Calzada. You pick a running back. It don't have to be from Kentucky. It don't have. Just any team. Just a mixture, like an all-star team. Your all-star team, and we'll simulate these. And what you'll do is, if you want to play, we'll make a post, and you put your team in the comments. Just write quarterback. Who's your quarterback? Then push return, and then they'll go down and they'll make a list. And then we'll get your team in here. We'll write it down. But we'll give you more details as that progresses along. Me and Rusty talk about it, and we'll simulate them. And Rusty, you take over. You got anything for them on that? On the Wildcat Den tournament?
No, I guess like me and Brent will be going over kind of like I did the Kentucky players, except we won't be going over their whole careers and stuff.
Right.
Like maybe he'll look up his top 5 quarterbacks and I'll look up my top 5 quarterbacks and we'll see how many we got the same. And we'll just kind of go over them like that while we're trying to get everything set up.
Yeah.
And everybody and then anybody can put their entry in whenever they want. And
whenever you want. I tell you what, we'll make a post this weekend and you can put your comments and your team. And we'll give everybody time. We'll make another one. It's whatever. And
we're just going to play it by ear by when it's going to be completed. Well, I mean, when we're going to do the simulation. And I guess I'm figuring, I don't know if you think any differently on it, Brent, but I'm thinking if we can get 10 or more, we'll give away 3 T-shirts. But if we can't get 10 people, then we'll give away 1 T-shirt.
We'll give away 1. And
like I said a couple weeks ago, I'll probably be first. Me or Brent and he'll be second. And then we'll give the T-shirts to 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do.
But whoever wins it, though, it'll be the Wildcat Den. I don't know. All-American
champion. Yeah.
champion of 2025 or something like that.
2025. Yeah. And you know, you don't, and when we go over the players, you don't have to pick them on the list. You pick anybody.
And you
Just
can pick
look up,
anybody.
yeah.
We're just going to do it to give example, have a talking point, talk about some of the top players in the positions. Because, I mean, there's more teams out there than Kentucky and the SEC.
Right. And this is just for fun. This is just something we just thought would be fun since it's the off season and, you know, content's kind of, you know, up and down, you know what I mean? And this is just something that Rusty come up with, and I said, hey, that's a great idea. And
everybody knows who's going to be making our shirts.
Yes. Tailor-made printing will be making the shirts. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's just a little contest. We're just going to try to have a little fun in the off season. I mean, right now, the only thing you can really watch is what, baseball, lacrosse, or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe some softball, but usually I'm kind of busy outside right now anyway.
Yeah. We've been working on, we've got some guests lined up. We got to get in touch. I've got to get back in touch with, have a few people on and talk. And we also talk about, I'm still not forgot about it though, guys. We might do, the Wallens, special we talked about a few months ago too.
Yeah, we talked about a lot about it. And
we talked about
we got a lot of followers and everything when we was talking about it. Then we kind of just.
A matter of fact, I did get some more information on that too. I got some information and pictures. So we got that coming up. And like I said, I got a few guests that I got to get back in touch with, and they're going to come on talk to us. We'll just talk, and I guess wait till football season, I guess, Rusty.
Well, Brent, can I ask you a quick question off the subject?
Yeah.
Which Manning won the Heisman?
Nobody did it.
That's correct. Which one of them won a championship?
Nobody.
That's correct. No Manning has ever won the Heisman or the championship. Now this year they're saying Texas has $35 to $40 million invested in this team.
Hey, you been hearing about the $40 million teams?
Yeah.
Texas Tech's won.
Yeah. I told you Texas Tech. But
Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
They 3 or 4 of them. But now here's another thing I've been hearing about that is because when this revenue sharing comes down, it's kind of going to cap them a little bit. So I think they're paying for some of the players for next year too, in a way. But and with this revenue sharing, there was a judge came out. You know how they was about to lose all the walk-ons? Because I guess it's going to be, you're going to have X amount of scholarship players. Because right now, I guess you can have X amount of scholarship players. You can have a total number of this, but they all ain't scholarship. Well, I guess eventually they're all going to have to be scholarships, and they lowering the number. So right now they're trying to get them to grandfather in what walk-ons they have. They can grandfather in and stay to their eligibility. And then probably by the time all them classes get out, they might not be no more walk-ons from the sounds of it. But Notre Dame was the first one to agree to the grandfathering in the walk-ons. And you know what else Notre Dame did this week?
What's that, bud?
They agreed to a 12-year series with Clemson.
Wow.
They're going to be playing.
Today they did that. Today they did that.
Week. It was this week.
I mean.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I got is this team we got is very interesting.
Yes, it is.
And like last year's team, we had the players. Like probably
did have the players.
Maybe more talented, more higher expectations. Yeah, talent. But did did Stoops kind of go full Butch Jones, trying to be the cool dad, and just so that way them guys wouldn't go jump in the portal and stuff like that right there,
I
and then it
don't
just
know.
backfired on him?
I
Because
Rusty,
you would,
I couldn't say.
I wouldn't think he's that bad of a coach because that team just fell apart, buddy.
Yeah,
I mean, it just
think
crumbled.
I think this NIL stuff, this transfer, I think, I just think, some of the players just, I heard Brock just lost interest before the season even started or when the season started. He just didn't, his heart wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Now that's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but he never did, because now if I'm not mistaken, he ain't playing. He had eligibility. He ain't playing nowhere.
Well, we even offered him, I think, NIL. He didn't want to come back.
So that may be something. Yeah, that was something that that might be true. I don't know. But I know we fuss and stuff as fans. We want to win and stuff. But listen, think about it. I've been through a lot of 4-8 seasons. Bill Curry. Rich Brooks tried to build, he built it back. You see where I'm going with it?
Yeah.
Hal Mummy, Mike Leach came in the late 90s, opened up the air raid after Curry. Stoops has done a lot. I mean, he really has. I mean, he's been to a lot of bowl games, and I know the bowl games are about to just go to the wayside with this college playoff and stuff. It is what it is, but I still like them, and I've told you over the past months here, I still like them. I still enjoy just the bowl games, and I want to get back to that. I want to get back to a bowl game.
Well, remember we had been talking about they might have to do something to the bowl games to make them meaningful again.
Yeah.
Like maybe make them the first game of the next season. But then what are we going to do during New Year's and all that?
Well, that's it. I say we just keep it.
It's got to kind of stay where it is, but they got to do something to make it more meaningful.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's pay the players if they win.
As of right now, you got to keep the bowl games. I know a lot of people don't like it. Like they say, well, you got to. I agree with you, but right now we got to keep the bowl games where they're at. If these teams don't make it,
I don't think I'd like moving it to the next year, but
I would.
We got to come up with some kind of incentive to where people's not sitting out and they're really playing.
Yeah. This sitting out stuff
playing
way out of hand.
I mean, they've always experimented in the bowl games, with a red shirt guy here and there. See what maybe try some different plays out for next season, but that's okay too. But not like now. Now it's like these bowl games are kind of like watching the Pro Bowl or something.
Yeah.
And that Pro Bowl has got horrible.
Oh, gosh. It has. Well, Rusty, my friend, another edition of the Wildcat Den tonight. It's been a good one. Guys, great. If you not got to see all the show, go back and watch Rusty marinate all these players from all these other schools and marinate and make the Kentucky Wildcats. I think that's awesome, Rusty. That was awesome. That was awesome. I loved it. But guys, Rusty, I don't have nothing else. I think this wrap us up for this week, my friend. Been a good show.
Yeah, been good.
Yeah. So, guys, God loves you. Go Big Blue. Take us out, Rusty.
Wow! Knock the camera off.